All right, we are live. We're live. I'm looking for the live transmission. Okay, here. Let me just share this because I have to make sure that we're live. I'm looking for the live transmission. All right. Okay. Wait. Let me just share this because I have to make sure. Hello. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm your vlogger, Norman from normanorman.com. Kumusta po kayo? This is episode 4 of Pageantry Norms. And this is that one episode per season that I did not prepare any script at all. I'm going spontaneous right now. I'm moving along as I speak, whatever comes into my mind, because there's only one episode per season of Pageant Norms where I would have an all male lineup of guests. And guess what? They're all handsome. And I did not prepare any script at all. So I will just go with the flow, see where it goes, and then I will entertain your questions. We'll do some shout outs. If you have questions for our guests, please feel free to send them in the reply section. And we'll also do some shout outs. We actually have 5 guests this afternoon. I call them the fresh faces in male pageantry, either competing already or will soon compete in the national pageantry here in the Philippines. We have 5 guests. The fourth one is actually coming in a little late because he's still in a swimming competition in Ormoc, so he will catch up later. There's still an awarding ceremony being held in Ormoc, so he will follow later. So, why am I focusing on fresh faces in male pageantry? Well, for the simple reason that we've focused on female pageants so long that I want a change of pace just for now. And in 2021, there will definitely be a lot of male national pageants that will happen. There will be Mr. World Philippines. There will be Global Asian Model, which will select the representative to Manhunt International. There's Ginoong Pilipinas. There's Misters of Pilipinas. There is Mr. Grand Philippines. There's a lot actually. So this afternoon, I will talk to 5 of them, initially 4, and I will introduce them to you one by one. They come from different parts of the Philippines and the world. Our first guest for this afternoon comes all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, Atlanta, where Miss Universe was held last year. He was supposed to compete in the finals of Century Tuna Super Buds this year, but unfortunately, since he had to do the quarantine in Atlanta, so he couldn't return to the Philippines anymore for the finals. Friends, please welcome to Pageantry Norms, the very dashing swim coach from Atlanta, Robert Hamilton. Hello, Robert.
Hey guys,
Hi, Robert. Can you please greet all our viewers first, Robert, and, in your very, very dashing and ruggedly handsome
hey guys, how you
face?
doing? Robert, all the way here from Atlanta, Georgia. What's interesting is because of the time difference, it's 4 a.m. here, but I'm here for
So,
you guys.
yeah, actually, I already apologized to you, Robert, because I said, I'm sorry I had to mess up your waking up time, but you just told me that you sleep very late. So, your sleeping time will happen a little later after the show. Correct.
After this, I'm gonna pass out.
All right. So, when you actually auditioned for Century Tuna Super Bods last, well, January, I think, or very early this year. The only thing I distinctly remember was, "Hey, I'm a swimming coach from the U.S. and I teach high school kids how to swim." Is that something you do for fun, or is that something that you actually earn an income from? Aside from modeling, of course.
Well, unfortunately, the modeling alone doesn't necessarily pay the bills. So the swim instructing stuff gives me a lot of flexibility to focus on modeling and commercial acting. And also, I get to use my background as a competitive swimmer to teach other kids how to swim better or how to swim just in general.
Commercial acting. You mean you appeared in TV commercials, Robert, or
Uh,
what? Or are
yeah,
these print ads?
yeah, just a couple small ones here in the States. I've been on, there's this official NBA app. I was in a small tablet for that in Atlanta. And then as far as like commercial like modeling, I've been in Target. I've been in a few other things like Coke. Yes, I've been Coke and some of their sub products. And also there's this Australian company, Black Magic Design. I'm also in there helping them out somehow.
Actually, if you're in Atlanta, you really have to be in a Coke ad or Coke commercial one way or the other because Atlanta is where the headquarters of Coke is, correct?
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Gorgeous. You can actually go there and have a tour of the whole place. And it's right next to the Georgia Aquarium where I think we have the largest tank, or we used to have a whale in there at one point, but I don't know if we still do.
Yeah. But it's nice that we actually have someone from Atlanta because I when I introduced you earlier, I said that the Miss Universe was held in your place last year, and I was supposed to go, but because it's going to be a very short period of time, I decided I didn't know Robert Hamilton then yet. So why go to Atlanta? There would be no strong reason for me to go to Atlanta. But perhaps if had I known you before, then yeah, I'll go there because Robert Hamilton is from Atlanta. Correct.
Absolutely. You should come see me sometime. We'll have a lot of fun.
I'm very sure of that. So, how did you get to be actually this swimming coach for high school teens? How did you get this job?
So I would say it came from my competitive swimming background. I swam competitively for about 12 years. And then after that, I took a little hiatus. But then my former swim coach, he actually invited me to like teach over summer league, where we teach little kids how to swim. So I started doing that for a few years, and I really enjoyed it. And then it just kind of transitioned into the high school coaching and private lessons as well.
So, I always ask this to individuals who actually teach. What kind of swimming teacher are you, Robert?
I'm the
Like,
kind
what's
of
your style?
oh, I'm the kind of coach where they don't listen, you just dunk their head in. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm really nice, actually. I'm really sweet. We actually, our program, I was taught how to teach kids who were dunked underwater and didn't take that very well. So I'm more of a patient approach, I would say, and more encouraging than anything because I feel like if you want to succeed in something, you have to really want to do it. And just me trying to force you to do something you don't want to do, you're not going to do it 100%. So we just try to make it a friendly environment and we encourage people to push themselves, whatever that is for them.
So, I think I already sounded you off on this question.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite stroke?
Um, Mine's the rest stroke.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Save the
No,
babies! It's rest stroke.
no, I was pretty
What are you good
balanced.
at? Freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke, butterfly.
So when I was swimming competitively, I was a very balanced swimmer. But over the years, I've grown to appreciate breaststroke more. So I would say
Mhm.
that's what one I enjoy the most currently.
And that's where you developed really strong chests.
Oh
Because
yeah, I
you
mean,
would
yeah,
actually,
the biceps,
the
but
biceps and everything. My God. But do you enjoy like okay, so I know now that breaststroke's your favorite, but do you enjoy doing relays
oh,
like
absolutely.
4 by 100, 4 by 200, breaststroke relays and stuff like that?
Well, Well, when I was swimming, I would usually swim the stroke that the rest of my team sucked at. So it would either be butterfly or breaststroke. So I would just sub in for that if it was a medley relay. And if it was a freestyle relay, I'd be the anchor most of the time. So uh,
So you must be a pretty good swimmer, Robert,
no,
no?
not anymore. I'm
Someone,
old.
someone, someone like Aquaman who can really breathe underwater and just swim to his heart's desire, and then you would come saying, "Not anymore. I'm old." Nobody's old for swimming, first of all, because if anybody's old for swimming, then why go to the beach? Anyways, my God, some shout outs here request because you're already on screen, Robert. Shout out to Joff Bersamina. To Anton, yes, fresh ako ngayon because puro lalaki ang mga guests ko. Jeron, Romel, Andrew, of course. And someone was saying that, my God, the we have the rains are really coming here in the Philippines, and with hot guests like Robert here, then it makes for a wetter season, so to speak. Anyways, Robert, I need to introduce the other guests first, and then we'll return to our group discussion in a bit. Okay. Our next guest for this afternoon is actually from Tacloban City. He is currently competing already for Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines. And well, the competition really started off just more than a week ago during the digital press presentation. But this afternoon, we have the pride of Tacloban City. He used to work before for his internship at Ritz Carlton in Shanghai, but he's now back in the Philippines and looking good this afternoon, I must say. So, hello to all my Waray friends in Tacloban. Please welcome your kababayan, Justine Philippe Yap. Hello, Justin.
Hi, Tito Norms. It's good to see you.
Please greet our viewers first, Justine.
Yes, so from
In
all the
three languages, please.
three languages, okay. 大家好，我叫叶志良，我来自 Tacloban City. And Tagalog, I guess, will be English first. Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Philippe, and I am representing Tacloban City. So, mga nagkikitayan na, mga Taclobanos, maupay na kulop ha iyo na tanan.
Thank you so much for that multilingual um, greeting. And I'm just happy that you're also here with me this afternoon.
It's
You
a
are
pleasure.
among all the guests, you are the one who is already in competition right now for
Yeah.
Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines. But before I go into that, well, shout out sa iyo. Shout out to Justine from Evelyn, Fabian, and Cherry Zhang. Yeah, and I have a shout out also to Andy Marantal. Hello, Andy. How are you? Yes. Justine, what course did you actually finish in college?
That would be the hotel management major in hospitality industry.
My God, just when I asked about the hotel, then I'm talking to the concierge again of the hotel. My God, that will be, oh my God, he is really very front desk ish, concierge ish.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tito. I think I acquired that over the years
My
as well.
God, ano ba yan? Coaching online and while being viewed by thousands of people. Yes. Okay, Justin, and how were you able to arrange for that internship at Ritz Carlton in Shanghai?
So basically, our school provides different kinds of hotels, so different variety around the world. So we just chose which country we would like to be in, and since I want to practice my Mandarin, then so I chose Ritz Carlton, specifically in Shanghai.
Okay. Shout out. Ang guwapo mo daw, Justin, from the very famous stylist
Thank
Vico. And from Lenny, Viorico Ricacho. Ang dami mong mga fans,
thank
Justin.
you
Oh,
so
o, tinan
much.
mo, oh. Celebrity stylist na mga ang guwapo ni Justin. Oo.
Thank
Guwapo ka
you.
ba, Justin?
Feeling ko
Guwapo
naman.
ka ba?
Kayo po, Tito. Kayo mag-judge.
Well,
Tito
let's
naman.
put it this way. Talk to me in Mandarin first. Say something nice to me, and maybe I might just say that yes, you are good looking.
Norman, Henswaika.
Oh my God, I cannot understand it at all, but it sounds nice. It sounds
Positive,
nice. It's very
positive.
positive. So all my Chinoy friends would agree that that's correct.
Yes,
That is correct.
definitely. So.
Now, I thought my next question for you is this, Justin. Uh, Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines is almost always identified with candidates who are based here in Manila most of the time. And it's only very recently when the organizers really expanded the reach. So now there's you from Tacloban, there's a candidate from Davao, there are candidates from Quezon Province, there are even candidates from Boston in the US and in Melbourne in Australia. So what do you think? What's your take on that? Are you glad that things are really spreading out more evenly?
Yes, Tito Norman, I'm actually very happy and I'm very convinced with the organization, the Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines, because I think with the new normal, it's a great way to expand our reach. Because Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines has an advocacy. So it's like if you observe in the past years, they have different themes that they would like to tackle. So now it's really amazing how the organizers just gathered everyone all over the world already. So it's like the people who didn't know about this pageant, this movement, were like shocked that it does exist.
My God, alam mo, I'm getting so many compliments. Vico, thank you. Iba daw ang glow ko ngayon this afternoon. Maybe because I'm interviewing Justine. So the glow of Justine really rubs off on me also. And maybe because I have an all-male guest lineup this afternoon. That's why the glow is really there. It's like a halo in my face.
Ano yung glow mo ngayon, Tito?
It's because this is a special episode of Pageantry Norms, and I made sure that I installed new ring lights and new cams so that it will be a clearer, crisper episode, so to speak. Yeah, Justin, this is your very first pageant, okay?
Yes,
And
Tito.
how are you adjusting to it so far, considering the first pageant and virtual pa?
Mhm. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that I will be joining like the virtual version of Mr. and Miss Chinatown. So far, the journey has been amazing. Like I think it's all because also of my co-candidates. We really work together, especially the organizers, Ayamiko, Achimish, Achikon. I've been repeating this, like, they've been really very helpful to us. So it's like everyone's guiding one another, and everything is like just transparent for us. And it's challenging to make the videos because since we need to submit videos and pictures for different challenges, but it's been fun. I'm really having fun. I'm really very thankful that I joined this edition as well.
Justin, you have so many shout outs. My God, you're so Justin, can you just big the can you smile? Give them your most handsome smile. Oh my God, yes, that is okay. Ayan na, oh, he's giving his smile now. Okay. I'm wondering who teaches you how to give a good smile. But don't tell us on air because we don't want to promote that whoever trains you. Yeah, yeah, my God, your shout outs. I'm even from Indonesia, my God, Justine, ano ba
Wow,
to?
thank you so much.
Yeah, and the entire Tacloban is watching. Nick Guarino, the one who will be doing your cultural attire, is
Mhm.
also is also watching us right now. My God, hindi lang pala Tacloban, pati Indonesia, Justine. My God,
Yes, thank you
what
so
can you say?
much.
I'm lost for words here. But Justin, um, the competition will only last a couple of weeks. So actually, the finals will already be on the 18th. Am I right? Is it right?
Yes,
18th.
I think they
So
moved it to 16th na po.
to when?
16th.
So mas naaga pa. My God.
Yes.
So are you excited?
Yes, I'm super excited. Like it's so fast. I mean, I can't even believe it's just gonna be less than 2 weeks na lang.
And What can you promise the Taclobanons and your fans and supporters on October 16, Justin?
One thing that I can promise is I will be forever proud of my identity of being a Tacloban. That is one thing that no one and nothing could take away from me. I'm a proud Chinoy, born and raised, representing my city, my province, my hometown, Tacloban City.
My God. And what can you promise the people who are trying to help you, your entire team, the team who helps your family? What can they expect from you on October 16? This is the time to give that pledge of
Of
commitment.
commitment and responsibility. Yes, of course. Like to be honest, I joined something because I want something. I want to win the Mr. Chinatown 2020. And I already know by this time that it's a responsibility, not only for my fellow Taclobanons, but for the Philippines, because it's a pageant that's being a movement, not only to the Philippines that we would like to affect change, but to all the people who's watching us online. Because I believe that today internet is very vast and we can affect everyone, not only based in the Philippines, compared to the old normal, which is a live pageant.
My God, Justin, I'm just looking at your face. You really look so good this afternoon.
Thank
They
you so
people are really rise with Justin. They're really. Oh my God, I have so many people to shout out to. My God, you should just answer them individually later, Justin. There's so
yes,
many. You have
definitely
very
that.
many
Thank
fans.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, Justin. I'll just introduce our two other guests, pa, and then we will go to our group discussion after.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Our guest number three. Greet him Kia ora. He is actually in New Zealand right now near Wellington, and he already represented the Philippines in the best model of the world before with Samantha Law, and he was also supposed to be part of Century Tuna Super Bowls this year, but of course, because of the pandemic, he got locked down in New Zealand. So, friends, let us welcome the tall and good looking Aaron Davis. Hello, Aaron. Are you here with us, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm here with you guys. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
And
Aaron, please greet everyone first. There are 50 million people watching us right now, Aaron.
well, hello, everyone. Well, my name is Aaron Bo Davis. I'm half Filipino, half New Zealander. Currently in Palmerston, New Zealand at the moment. I had to fly back home because of COVID, and I'm happy to talk to you, all you guys. I'm currently a full-time model and part-time business student.
You're studying right now. You're in what year? What level,
I'm
Aaron?
in my second year now. In New Zealand, we have 3 years for a degree, so I'm in my second year, my last semester, and then next year will be my final year of my degree.
Okay, I have a question. I'll put you on the spot. If the pandemic didn't happen and your participation in Century Tuna Superbots happened smoothly, would you have won it?
Um, of course, you got to back yourself. I thought that I would have been a strong candidate for competition, but it was up to the judges, and all I had to do was just work out, show that I had a great physique, and that my advocacy was great. And it's just up to the judges on the day and my Q&A on the day whether or not I'll win it. But I thought I would have been a strong candidate for it.
How do you get your modeling gigs down there in New Zealand, Aaron?
Well, at the moment, there's like in New Zealand, it's really hard with modeling here in New Zealand. It's not really an industry, so that's why I've been trying to model in the Philippines and Asia at the moment because there's not really an industry here. But when I'm back home in New Zealand, I usually just focus on my studies. I usually just come home in December and January for the Christmas break, spend time with the family, catch up with my studies, and then I'm basically in Manila for like 10 months of the year, pursuing modeling and doing a little bit of acting. Yeah.
Aaron, let's go back to the time that you represented the Philippines with Samantha Love for its best male model. Am I
Best
right?
model in the world. Yeah,
Best
best
global
model.
model. Best
Turkey.
model of the world in
Mhm.
Turkey.
Yep.
And you were given the award for best in catwalk at the
Mhm.
time. That's correct, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Were you expecting that?
Um, I felt that I walked really well, but I didn't really expect it. I was just there trying to just giving my best, and was lucky enough to come home with an award, best runway. But basically, when I was working in the Philippines with modeling, well, I was doing a lot of runways, so I'm pretty experienced in that. So yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. For the information of our viewers, Aaron, how tall are you again? 6.
I would say I'm 6'2", but if I'm playing basketball, I would say my legit height. I'm 6'3". Yeah.
Oh. So you still play basketball up to now in your free time?
Um, no, I actually stopped playing. I used to play college basketball at FEU, so Far Eastern University, and after my first year, I was asked by Sir Mal De Leon to join a model search. It was called Global Asian Model Philippines 2018.
Glam,
Yeah,
yes.
glam. And then at first I was kind of iffy about it because I'm not really a model. I thought I was a basketball player, but he was like forcing me to join it, and then I was like, why not give it a try? It was in the off season. I joined it, and I was lucky enough to be one of the winners. So after that, they gave me a contract, and decided to pursue it for a year, and then I gave myself a year to see if I enjoyed it. And if I didn't enjoy it, I would have went back to playing basketball at FEU. But I ended up really enjoying it and booking quite a bit of jobs. So decided to keep pursuing it because I really enjoy it. I love meeting clients, and I just really enjoy modeling and stuff, doing photo shoots, runways, and commercials. It's enjoyable.
Aaron, I'm just amused because the very first time we actually met in person
Mhm.
was at the offices of Empire in BGC,
Mhm.
and we did some small talk then, but you didn't speak with that Kiwi twang. You didn't speak like a New Zealander back then. Actually, you were even doing some Taglish, but now you're an out and out Kiwi when speaking in front of me right now.
I think it's
Never.
because Yeah, I think it's just because I've been back home. I'm just used to talking to New Zealanders, but kausapin ikaw sa Tagalog na lang.
Oh my
Tagalog.
goodness.
Uh,
Okay, okay, this is something that I'm just very curious about this, Aaron.
yep.
Is there any distinct difference between the Australian and the New Zealand accent?
Um, it's very similar, but there's just a little difference. Like when they're like saying, what do they say? 1, 2, 3, 4. When they say six, so they pronounce the I as like an E. So instead of saying six, they say six. So yeah, that's the only kind of difference. They pronounce I's as E's. Yeah, so that's like how they pronounce it, I guess.
But perhaps because you've already been exposed here in the Philippines and other Asian countries, your accent, your New Zealand accent, is not very thick. It's
Yeah,
not so much that I would ask you to. Can you please repeat it again? Pardon me. Can you repeat
yeah,
that again?
yeah. I
Because
know.
yeah, because I remember I joined this tour in Europe before, and I was in a bus. Where one-fourth of them are from New Zealand, and every time they would speak with each other, I keep on asking inside my head, "What is that English again?" I
Yeah.
couldn't understand. I wanted to listen, but the English was just curling like
Hmm. Yeah,
onion rings.
exactly.
So
Yeah, like I realize that as well. Like when I'm back home speaking to people, they don't really pronounce the words properly. Like when they pronounce the R's, like when I say words, you pronounce the R right, like words. But in New Zealand, you just say words. Or if you're driving a car, you pronounce the R. But if other people are saying car, back home in New Zealand, it's car. Like you don't pronounce R at all.
oh, we have
Yeah.
a we have a shout out here for from a beautiful girl who's also a Filipina New Zealand, Jessica McEwen. Hello, Jessica. Because you're a Filipino New Zealander, she's a Filipina New Zealander, so it's just fun that we're getting this
Yeah.
um, people from all over the world.
It's great.
Um, Aaron, I just need to introduce our last guest. Actually, four, dapat five, but the next guest before we go into a group discussion, Aaron. I'll get back to you in a bit. I'll just introduce first our fourth guest. Our fourth guest, siya yung pinaka-Pinoy na Pinoy among the four. As in talagang Pinoy na Pinoy. Kayumangging kaligatan. He actually is an educator. So he was able to teach in Thailand. And last year, he also joined Ginoong Pilipinas, where he finished in the top eight. Um, and because he is a teacher also, let me greet him a happy Teacher's Day. So, friends, let's welcome all the way from Oriental Mindoro, who's very, very worried about his internet connection, Eugenes Agoncillo. Hello, Eugenes.
Hello, Tito Norman. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, Eugenes. Are you in Oriental Mindoro right now,
Yes,
Eugenes?
yes, I am. That's why I'm
Yeah.
late.
Oh, what's the connection, Eugene's? Because
Well,
did you wake up late this morning? Or were you
no,
playing basketball? Did you cook? Did you visit your girlfriend? Because if you visit your girlfriend, someone will get jealous. Of
no
course,
worry, Tito Norman.
the host will
I'm
be.
very single right now.
Oh my God! Good. That's very, very good. Anyway, Eugene's, I still consider you a teacher, so happy Teacher's Day. Today is Happy Teacher's Day. And how did you get that job teaching in Thailand, Eugene?
Oh, actually, I joined this internship from college. I we went to Vietnam for our internship, and then after I graduated, I planned to work abroad to earn a little bit of money, and then it's a blessing because it's already aligned. So my cousin is working in Thailand, and I asked her if she could help me, and it happened. I ended up teaching in Thailand for a year, and then
Where exactly in Thailand, Eugene's?
um, it's in Ratanaburi, Surin district.
Yes, I've been there. Yes, I know that. We did some day tour going to the provinces. So how long did you work there for a year or less than
Or
a
only a
year?
year.
A year. That's why
Yes,
you went back to the Philippines just last March
last
or
October.
last October. At the time that you also brought your family in Thailand, right?
Oh yes,
Pinasyal
Tito
mo rin
Norman.
sila sa Thailand.
Yeah.
But of course, you participated in Ginoong Pilipinas last
Mm-hmm.
year. And you remember the time that every time we see each other during the meals, then we talk in English, and you would
Yes.
practice the way you would deliver your lines and stuff like that. Were you disappointed?
No, actually, I miss our conversations.
Were you disappointed that you did not win a title, Eugene's?
Oh yes, pretty much. Because I think I could have win, but there are some things that are maybe sometimes things are not meant for you at that time.
Or maybe another title is meant for you in the future.
Maybe.
Right? Yes,
Yes.
because in the future, some other opportunities will also come. So, what has
Yes.
been keeping you busy all throughout this lockdown, Eugene?
In this very unprecedented time, I've been leaning towards activities that could lead to self improvement, such as reading. I've been working out again, and I've been listening to podcasts lately. So I think we should find ways to spend our time uh, in a good way during this
Eh,
pandemic.
are there any specific podcasts that you enjoy listening to or
Oh yeah,
watching?
um, Revisionist History by Malcolm Gladwell and Daily Stoic. Those are my
My
favorite.
God. Ano ba yan? It's so heavy. Parang you threw a big stone. Oh, okay. So I thought you'd be watching something light, but it's maybe it's kind of heavy, no? But I guess yeah, it's just you. It's very you, Eugene.
Well, Tito Norman, Malcolm Gladwell is one of my favorite authors. That's why when I heard that he's having a podcast, I checked it out and I liked it.
Okay. So, is there any special skill that you learned during the lockdown, Eugenes?
Uh, special skill, I learned how to cook paella.
Really? Did
Yes.
you did you learn how to cook paella by watching YouTube videos?
Yeah, mostly I watch cooking tutorials on YouTube, and then when I'm alone, I try to cook, and then that's it for me.
And do you also keep yourself busy getting fit? Do you still do your workouts and your gyms? And are you still maintaining your abs?
Actually, to Norman, I'm working out again because I believe that preparation will somehow meet opportunity. So I'm back to the routine, dieting as well, the whole 9 yards.
And so I will see you in 2021 for because you'll be a quality meat. Oh my God, quality meat! Because I saw the photo, quality meat for 2021. I will see you in 2021, of
Yeah,
course,
I will
right?
see you soon.
And then they show this photo, which I personally took. My God, Eugene's ano ba yan? Naluloka ako talaga. All right. Anyways, so and you also do your blog right now. Am I right? You started your blog, Eugene's?
I only started my page. I'm still working on the vlog because I need some more equipments and I need to think of my contents. So I'm slowly taking my steps towards it.
Yes. As I've said, when people ask me how to really become a good blogger, you have to get the three C's: creativity, commitment, and content. If you don't have all the three, then mahirap. But
Yeah.
I think you're a very obedient learner, so you will eventually. And because you have no love life right now, it means that you can focus on things that will really develop you as a better person, ready for national pageantry in 2021. Para
Preparing for that.
itaas ang
Hoping.
bandila ng Oriental Mindoro.
Yes. Proud Mindoreño.
Yes, because Mindoro is really doing well right now. There are two
Mhm.
Mindoreñas in Binibining Pilipinas. There's one for Oriental Mindoro in Miss Universe Philippines, and next year it will be your turn to raise the flag of Oriental Mindoro in national pageantry. Right, Eugenes?
Yes. Hopefully. But
Okay, but you will.
I will prepare for it.
Definitely, you will prepare for it, and we will have a lot of chats about it because you need to be really, really prepared for it, if ever. Okay, now we'll go to our group discussion now because I have a common question for all of my four guests. Direct, let's just return na to our four. Kinakabahan na ako pag return na yung mga group discussion na ganito because biglang namamatay yung kuryente or something, whatever. Anyways, this is my question for everyone. What can you actually say, or what's your take on people saying that pageantry is a woman's world and there's no place for guys to actually do pageants? What's your take on that? Robert, you answer first.
I mean, who doesn't want to look at a bunch of good-looking dudes? I mean,
Oh my God. I'm not sure if I want to watch, but well, if you are there, then perhaps I would next year. Yeah,
I
but
mean, I
but
suppose
really,
that,
yeah.
but also there's a lot of well comparisons with like gender roles and what expectations are because of someone's gender. So I feel like I think we should be able to express our inner beauty and share that with everyone else as well. It's not like we have to limit ourselves with just masculinity or toxic masculinity. So I don't think we should limit ourselves to those expectations while additionally, at the same time, I think women don't always have to do pageants, to become famous or anything like that or become recognized. But they can use it as a platform, and then uh, it'll help build communities in other ways outside of pageantry as well. So it's not like it's just guys trying to be pageants or trying to participate in pageants, but also I think that guys and women should be able to do either.
Well said, Robert. You know, a swimming coach really has many, many ideas inside his head, just like water. You have so many strokes to deal with. My God, why am I speaking in tongues here? Justin, how about you, Justin? What's your take on that? When people say that pageantry is dapat for women lang, it's no place for a man and stuff like that. What's your opinion on that?
For me, I think the concept of beauty is currently shifting, and it's fast shifting because as time shifts, everything just shifts. Just like now, we are the new normal. And I think pageantry is not all about physical beauty. Okay, let's say like a major part of it, like the judges will look at you physically. But just like the new normal, aside from the physique, I think people are looking what you can bring in the table. Like if you win, for example, for Mr. and Miss Chinatown, if you win for Mr. and Miss Chinatown, what can you bring to the table? How can you contribute? How can you contribute to your society, to the movement? So I think it's about also beauty inside of the person. So it's not mainly like all for women and all for men. I think that already broke the barrier and then the bridges has been strengthened already at this 21st century.
Oh nga, Justin, what can you bring to the table if you win Mr. Chinatown? You tell me.
For me, I think I can bring my inspiration because like as I said in the past interviews, like I think this is the time and the day wherein people needs to hear some inspiration. Like despite whatever is happening, all the negativity that is circling around us right now. So I think it's nice to hear some inspiration. A dash of hope will really go a long way to the people right now, especially for my advocacy, which is about children. So it's nice to hear them like say someone's thinking about us. We have hope because someone is actually there to help us.
Alam mo, totoo nga, Justin. Ang cute-cute mo ngayong hapon. Oo. Kudos to whoever your stylist is. Kilala ko naman ang stylist mo. Hindi ko na sabihin kung sino. Anyways, Aaron, how about you? What's your take on people saying that pageantry is a woman's world and males should not join anymore?
Well, for me, I think we live in 2020. Like, I believe in like equal rights, and yeah, it's moving towards that with the LGBT community, and equal rights with men and women. But I agree with Rob and him saying that it's a great platform to showcase your advocacy and shed light about it. And then I like what Jason was saying about being inspiration, because also like live in 2020, we live in a digital age. You can use your like social media to inspire people to get out of like, I guess, depression or something, inspire someone to move forward and get better. And yeah, basically I agree with what they were saying, and I think males should have equal chances as females because yeah, basically yeah.
All right. I hear you loud and clear, Aaron. Well, there's just a quick question here for Robert before I ask you, Eugene. At what age did you start working out, Robert? Because your abs are really very ideal.
Well, I've actually worked out my pretty much my entire life. I started swimming competitively since I was 8 years old, and I've never really looked back. I think just ever since then, finding the inspiration to continue after not being able to compete anymore, I think that was more challenging. But I've been doing a pretty good job. I always set small goals for myself to maintain the abs and try to improve on them as well.
Well, that's pretty much it because your abs are so special.
They're
Oh my
still here
goodness.
somehow. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No. Eugenes. Andrew here said that teachers are good at addressing questions because it is their job to do so. So, what
Mm-hmm.
is your take on the question?
Well, we're in 2020 now. All of many things are changing right now, and I think we should focus on those things, and we should shed some light on male pageantry as well, because we should have equal chances. And I think if we, I think Philippines is already well known for female pageantry, and it's time. It's about time for male pageantry in the Philippines to make some noise to the world
And do you think you're capable of doing that,
with the
Eugene?
right support and preparation, and with God, I think so.
Yeah, and who support? Ideally, who do you want your support coming from,
Well,
Eugene's?
it will always come from my friends and my family, and from my province and other people who supports me.
Okay. So, hindi na pala ako mahalaga. Kaya wala nang
Of course,
support.
Tito Norma.
Yeah, alam mo naman yun, kailangan ko i-segue bigla yun doon. Eh.
I
Yeah.
automatically included you po.
Well, I
That's
didn't
why I
hear my
didn't mention.
name earlier because you
Of
only
course.
mentioned your family. I didn't hear my name. Um, Mabuti pa si Rob, whenever I talk about his abs, he appreciates it. Like, okay, yes, I have abs. It's not absent or something like that. Justin, how about you? In Mr. and Miss Chinatown, Philippines, there this year the change is there no longer is any focus on the physical, meaning there is no swimwear and stuff like that. So the focus is really on the movement, on what you can do. Um, aren't you bitten that you're not experiencing the whole spectrum of national pageantry, Justin?
Well, to be honest, Tito Norman, like a portion of me wanted to join next year because like I was really planning to join just this year, but because of the pandemic when it started, I was like, I don't think the pageant would actually push through. So I didn't prepare that much. So I was thinking, okay, I'll just join next year. And suddenly someone just called up and then we're asking like if I want to join this year.
And here you are,
Yes, and here I am, Tito. That's right.
and you will win.
Yes, hopefully prayers.
Well, I don't like adverbs like hopefully. It's either you win it or you claim it. Claim it and win it at the same
Claiming
time.
it. I'm claiming it.
All right.
That's
Aaron, how about
sorry,
you?
Justin, fella, not Jason. My
Yes.
bad. A lot of going through my mind. I was trying to answer the question.
No, it's all right because you are 5 hours ahead of us, and Rob down here is 12 hours behind us.
You all are from
So
the future.
So whenever you're ahead or behind something, then chances are that either you might be looking for dinner now, or have you eaten your dinner, Aaron?
What time is it? Night. I kind of
It's
have.
it's almost 10 in the evening there in New
Before 10
Zealand.
o'clock. But I'm planning to have one more meal before bed.
Before what?
Before
Drinking
bed.
beer?
No, before bed. Bed, not beer.
Oh, okay. So you will eat again before going to bed.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask Eugene to prepare his famous paella that he can prepare for us because it's something that he actually learned.
I
Now,
could.
yeah. Let's say Rob. Let's say that the Century Tuna Super Buds happened in the old normal. Like everything happened just like it used to be, no pandemic and everything, and and there will be a talent competition. What will be your talent, Rob?
Um, well, I
I
can juggle. I can juggle photography. I can edit. I can do quite a few things. I'm like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So I'll just
My
throw a bunch of
God,
and see what happens.
my God, Rob. The only cinematic talent there is juggling. What? Editing? How do you show that in a talent? Your back is in front of the camera and you're doing something on the laptop. What talent can you do? You have to swim without water and act like you're really enjoying the water. That's talent. Swim
Yeah,
in
like,
midair.
right, like that.
In midair, you're levitated. You're
I
hanging on a string.
I like dancing too. I can dance okay as well.
Oh, I won't ask you to dance now because you're pretty much nearing your bedtime because it's five. It's almost 5 in the morning in Atlanta.
That's
So
great.
I'll reserve that for another episode on you, Robert.
All
But
right.
okay, Justin, what if there's a talent competition in Chinatown? What will be your talent?
That would be singing, Tito. I think that's aside
Oh,
from
come on. Come
creating sing.
on.
Let's go.
Really? Come
Oh,
on.
yes,
Really?
yes, yes. I think
Singing? I don't
sing.
believe. I don't believe you.
How could you believe, Tito? What
Yeah,
should we do?
sing something.
All
Sing
right.
something. But don't sing the entire song. Just sing the refrain.
Few lines, few lines.
Make sure I recognize the song. You might be singing a Mandarin song I haven't heard since I was born.
Oh, wait. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart without saying a word. You can light up the dark. Try as they may, they could never define what I hear when you don't say a thing.
Oh my goodness. And who are you dedicating that song for? Who are you
For you,
dedicating it?
Jonathan, for
Oh
you,
my
for you.
God! Wait! I'm blushing because I'm sorry. Yeah. Someone is singing. Yeah, because during Ginoong Pilipinas last year, there was also a talent competition. Eugenes, what was your talent during Ginoong Pilipinas last year, Eugenes?
Well, I couldn't
What?
dance, so I sang.
Oh, you? I can't remember. Did you sing?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I
I
did.
don't believe. I don't believe you. You did?
Yes.
Can you prove?
Um, After you go, I can catch up on my reading. After you go, got a lot more time sleeping. When you're gone, looks like things gonna be a lot easier. Life will be a breeze, you know. Really should be glad, but I'm blue and blue, sad and sad. All right, that's enough.
My God, Eugenes, why did you sing that song? I'm suddenly reminiscing because you sang that song, and that song, Bluer Than Blue, is
Because I
something.
miss you, Tito Norman.
Yeah, every time I hear it on the radio, I need
Mm-hmm.
to hear the entire song from start to finish because
Oh my God.
it reminds me of Oriental Mindoro somehow. So and you're from there, so
Really?
and you sang Bluer Than Blue, yeah, because when I was in Galera, in Puerto Galera,
Yeah.
specifically before. Yeah, no, it's a story for another episode because it's nothing, not exciting. So since two of you already sang, I was wondering. Oh my God, they're not reacting. The two boys from New Zealand and the US are not reacting. Since the Justin and Eugene's already sang, can we expect something from Rob and Aaron?
Well, I'm down for singing. I love karaoke.
Okay, Rob, sing me something because I know that destiny means that if you sing something that I like, then it means that you are dedicating the song to me.
Oh, okay. We'll try something. I have something in my head right now. All
Go for
right.
it.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
Oh my God! I wasn't expecting a whole new world.
Do you want to go on a
Like
magic carpet ride with me?
suddenly,
Yeah, come to
suddenly, I felt
and
like
make it
Princess
happen.
Justine. Oh my goodness! I didn't see that coming. A whole new world because I was watching the other night the animated, well, not the animated, the live action movie of Aladdin, and I suddenly remembered that you somehow look like the character there, Rob.
Yeah, I do get that a lot. That's why I learned the song. Like,
Oh my dear. Okay. So Aaron, three of them already sang.
Oh, here we go. I'm an absolutely terrible singer. Like, if I had to,
It's good. I'm a terrible singer myself, so at least there's two of us.
all right, I guess I have to. Everyone's sung, so I'll sing a song. I like the song. It's called "You're Still One" by Shania Twain.
Oh,
But
I know that song.
just
Okay.
for that, I'm terrible, and yeah.
I'll sing with you if need be.
Okay, ready? Three, two, one. Looks like we've made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. Might have took the long way. We knew we'd make it someday. They say, I bet don't ever make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. We're still the one. Here we go.
My God, Aaron, I think you Googled the lyrics right now, so you're
I had
looking at
to.
the
I
lyrics.
had to. I'm put on the spot. I had to like look Google. You know.
Okay, so we will ask our viewers now who they think is the best singer. But personally, of course, I know already who sings the best because who among you can sing a song and play a guitar at the same time? Please raise your hands. Yes, okay, okay. I rest my case. All right. Now, Justin, you're the first to actually be competing in the finals because your competition will end on October 16.
Mhm.
What have you learned so far in terms of handling a competition in the virtual way?
I
Because
think
in virtual everything is like you need to do everything double time, like twice the
yeah,
strength or twice the intensity. Okay,
true. Yes, I think Tito, like it's so different than the normal pageant wherein you would just show up and then you just sit down. The makeup artist would be ready for you. You don't need to prepare anything for like stage setup or whatever. And for me, what I really learned for my first pageant is like you really need to be dedicated. Like if you're already starting, so might as well finish it with a bang. Like at the end of the day, like win or lose, you must be happy to say that you did everything for you to win.
but win or lose, you're focusing on win, not the lose.
Yes, yes, Tito. But what I mean is, at least whatever
No,
happens,
I'm
since
just pressuring you, Justin.
yes,
I'm just pressuring you because
I feel that Tito.
because pressure is best when served hot. So I have to give it to you straight live on social media with so many people watching because I have to put you on the spot because the Taclobanons are supporting you 101%. And there's a shout out here for you, Eugenes. Ang pogi naman ng ex-housemate ko from Vervo Baggets. My God, ano ba yan? Nagsiselos yata ako, ha? Bakit ano? Oo. Ano ba? Pang BL series or something, whatever.
He's my friend, Tito.
Mhm. The next time, dapat housemate, dapat ako yung housemate kapag ano, nakakaloka. Okay, Rob. It is a question for Rob and Aaron. Eventually, after the pandemic, well, definitely, you have to think positive. The pandemic will be over. I cannot specify when, but it will be over when it's over. And by the time that you're free to go back again to the Philippines, so, are you up to the challenge of joining national pageantry here in the Philippines if it's going to be in 2021? Rob.
So I definitely am going to come back to Manila at some point. I'll participate in whatever pageants will have me. I went there for the first time. I've actually never been to Manila ever until I went back in late January, early February, and I really loved it there. And there were so many opportunities for me, and I feel like definitely need to go back for sure.
And when you go back to Manila, uh, we have to meet somehow, Rob.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because there's a magic carpet ride waiting
Yes.
here in Manila.
Super Jasmine, will you be my Jasmine?
By all means, yeah, I'll grow my hair perhaps. How about you, Aaron? I'm pretty sure you will go back here in Manila next year.
Yeah, I'm still considering it. I just have to weigh up like safety, I guess, and like work because the industry at the moment in Manila is really affected because of COVID. It's like the new normal. So just a matter of time. I'm planning to come back when my brother he plays college basketball at LaSalle St. Bernard. Like when he flies back when season starts, I'll consider coming back as well. But I'll probably only stay for a month, build up my book a little bit, and then model abroad for a couple of months. I was supposed to go to Hong Kong this year for 3 months, and then Bangkok for 3 months, but that ended up not happening because of the COVID. So I want to do that first before joining a pageant, like build up my CV abroad first, and then come back to Manila with a better CV to join a pageant. But
Yes, you will come back next
one,
year,
but
Aaron, definitely. You just froze a little, but John Ezekiel Laura is
okay.
asking. I already asked this question to Aaron. Aaron is 6'2" or 6'3" if he's playing hoops. But how old are you right now, Aaron?
I'm 22 years old.
My God, so young. Yeah. Rob, how tall are you, Rob?
I'm 5'11 and a half. So
And
not,
how young are you?
I
So
am
when
9 years young.
you have to really join next year.
I
That's an
do.
order. That's an order.
Yeah, I gotta
You're
join.
turning 30 next year. That is an order.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Justin, how tall are you, Justin?
6'1".
My God, we're playing with really good numbers here. And how young are you right now, Justin?
24.
24?
Yes.
Eugenes.
Yes, Tito Norman.
Oh, alam mo naman yung tatanong ko, sumagot ka na.
I'm 5'9" and I'm 22 years old.
Anyway, I think you're taller than 5'9". I think it's 5'9" and 1/4.
Probably.
Yeah. And well, that's to answer your question, John, Ezekiel, Laura, that two of these guys are over 6 feet tall. Rob is just a tad short of 6 feet tall, but with a little tiptoe, he is going to reach that hook. And
I love it.
Eugene's, if he sings a song on his guitar, then he will look like he's 7 feet tall all the time. And if he sings bluer than blue, then it's going to be glowing than gold. Glowing, glowing, glowing. Okay. Now, if for example you will do pageantry back here in the Philippines next year, I asked this question to Justin earlier. What will you bring to the table? What is that special skill, quality, or characteristic that will make you stand out aside from your looks, of course? Because you know yourself better than I do. What is it that special character about you or trait that will make people want to cheer you on?
I'm
Rob?
sorry. You're asking, oh, asking me. Okay. So for me, I'm a very motivational person. So what I would do is I would kind of contribute that energy towards a community or whatever the pageantry is kind of leaning towards, I would support that in every way. I'm very good at promoting stuff, and I feel like a combination of me promoting things and also being able to motivate people, I think I can make a lot of change with whatever the pageantry represents, or whatever I represent through the pageantry as well.
All right. Aaron, how about you?
For me, personally, I'm just like a real God-fearing person. I'm real family-orientated, and I like to think I'm charming at times. So I'll just bring that to the pageant, and hopefully I can wow the judges and the audience to try and vote for me, I guess. Yeah.
Charming at times. So you mean you're not charming when you're not in the mood?
Um. Sometimes, like personally, sometimes I like just being by myself, but it depends where I am. Like I'm more outgoing depending on where I am, but sometimes I like just having being to myself at times. I guess a lot of people can agree with that. Yeah.
All,
Especially with modeling, I guess you're always out there, but I like having my personal time too. Yeah.
all right. How about you, Eugenes?
For me, physically, what I bring to the table is my complexion. I'm very proud of my complexion. A lot of people are telling
You
me to
are? You are?
my com. Yes,
You are. Am I? Am I?
I'm sorry.
Am
What?
I? Am I proud of your complexion, Eugenes?
I think you are.
Okay, please continue.
Um, I've I've been hearing a lot of comments from a lot of people that I should, try to whiten my skin, and I've
No,
always ended up
no.
saying that no, I love my complexion. I like it that way, and I like to think of myself as a man of substance, and I think that's very important when you're joining pageants. And that's it for me.
All right. Now let us talk about potential advocacy or advocacies that you may have already been dealing with or working on for the past couple of years that you would probably want to be the focal point of your bid to join pageantry in the future. Rob, what is that advocacy that you might want to focus on should you go into national pageantry next year?
So um, this is my first time ever being introduced to passions before. So with Century Tuna, I was really centered on like the fitness aspect of things. But I feel like if I were to join a national thing or a national passion of some sort, then I kind of would gear myself more towards the environment. I think there's a lot of things that we could do to help reduce the carbon emissions and stuff throughout the world. So that way our children and our children's children can still have a future.
I will create a new pageant for you, Robert, Mr. Earth, Mr. Earth 2021, because you want to work for the environment. How about you, Justin? What advocacy would you want to really focus on if you win Mr. Chinatown? Or even if you didn't win Mr. Chinatown but you placed well, what advocacy would you really like to do in your hometown of Tacloban?
Well, even before joining Mr. Chinatown, like I have a soft spot for children. So just like few weeks back, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I went to 6 schools here in my city, and then we were trying to give out bound papers because these schools are under modular. So they would need these papers for the kids. I always believe that children are worth investing for because they will be the one who would like continue or even change what we have started. So it's really important for me to have a proper mindset, an inspiration, and I keep on saying even a dash of hope would really make a difference in their life.
God, Justine, ang cute-cute mo talaga this afternoon. You look, talagang parang, very, very glowing ka talaga this afternoon, Justine. Natutuwa ako. Oo. Ang
Thank you.
galing na, ang galing ng
Because
coach and stylist mo talaga. Yung salute. Oo. Kung lang sasabihin kung sino yon. Ha, okay. Eugenes, how about you?
For
What
me,
advocacy? Yeah.
I would like to raise awareness for the farmers. Filipino farmers are dying right now, metaphorically speaking. That's what I would like to represent if ever I join a national pageant.
Nakakaloka. Meron kang hilig talagang metaphorically speaking.
Yes.
Alam mo ikaw, every time we talk, yung parang bang meron mga battle of words talaga somehow that would take place, and I like that. I like people who challenge me with words. Aaron, how about you? Is there
Uh,
any cause that you would really want to help out in should you rejoin national pageantry next year?
yeah, well, for me, I want to give more awareness for mental health awareness. Just because personally, I used to battle with stuff to do with like depression and stuff. It's like, especially being a man, like being a man nowadays, like you shouldn't show like your emotions, like you shouldn't cry. But I want to show people that it's okay to like open up to people because I guess when you open up to people, like that cloud that like follows you, it like goes away, I guess. And I just want to show men that it's okay to show your emotions and yeah, just give more awareness for mental health awareness for men.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, and I have another common question for the four of you. Let's start with Rob. We're just like a carousel here. We're just
I
circling all
see.
the four of you. Rob, if you knew last January what will happen to the world for the next 6, 7 months, what is the last thing that you would do in the old normal?
So the last thing I would do in the or normal, you said?
Yes, correct.
Um, well, I really enjoyed traveling a lot, and that's why I went to Manila to travel to try modeling in the Philippines to reconnect with my family that I'd never seen before out there. I would probably do more of that. I would have, and I would love to travel even more. I was supposed to go to a few other places out there, like Taiwan and even like China, and I had a lot of other plans. And Australia. I was going to go to Australia at the end of it before I went back to the States, but that all got cut short this year.
Okay. How about you, Justin? If you knew last January what will happen to us in the pandemic, what is that thing that you will do in the old normal? The last thing that you would do in the old normal?
I think for me, like the last thing that I would do with my family is to go to Cebu, which is one like an hour of plane ride away from Tacloban, because like my grandparents are there, and for us, we keep on visiting them since they're already old, and my grandpa is also kind of sick. So I think that's one thing that I'm really sure that we would go once the pandemic ends. Also.
But if you did that, if you knew what will happen to us and you did that last January, for example, Justin, would you encourage your grandparents to go back to Tacloban with you so that you'll
No,
be staying together?
No, because they're already actually settled there. So it's only us who keeps on visiting them in Cebu.
May mga naglilihi na sa'yo dito, Justin. Oo. Napaglilihan ang kakyutan mo, ang cute-cute mo daw. Anyways, Eugene, how about you? If you knew last
Actually,
January, what last thing will you do in the old normal?
actually, me and my family we plan to go to Baguio before we go to Thailand before. So if I knew that this will happen, we'll probably be in Baguio, spending time together.
All right. So si Eugene's okay, sa Baguio ka mag-stay,
Yes.
pero ayaw mo ma-lockdown sa Baguio. Sa Oriental Mindoro pa rin, hindi ba?
Ayoko po.
Okay. How about you, Aaron? What's
Um,
the last thing you would do in the old normal had you known?
in the old normal, I would have cherished the time I have with my friends more often because even though I've only been in the Philippines or living there for 2.5 years, I would have cherished like the times I had with them more because I really miss them. It's been like 6+ months I've been out of Manila, and I would have enjoyed more the times I had with them. And instead of choosing work, I would have traveled with them. To like I was supposed to go to Palawan with my friends, but I chose to do um, I chose to join Century Crew in the Superbods. Yeah, the same week. I was supposed to travel with my friends there, but I chose work. But having known that we're going to have a lockdown, I would have chose to hang out with my friends because those are the people that really bring you up, and yeah, I just enjoy their company.
All right. Now, next question. My God, we're going another round. We'll start with Rob again. Rob, this is a very simple question, actually, but I want you to give me. Um, it's a very simple question, but I want you to give me a cute answer to it, if
Oh,
ever.
sure.
Yeah. If you could, this is one of my favorite questions, actually. If you had the ability to choose your name at birth, what would your new name be?
That is a good
Huh.
question. Um, I guess it would be Snuggle Buddy because I'm really good at Snuggle Buddy.
Oh my God. He always chooses the right answers. My God. It's so hot in here. That ring light is really very strong. And then he would come up with something like a snuggle buddy. My goodness. Oh, whew. All right. Justin, how about you? If you had the ability to change your name at birth, what would you like to call yourself?
Mm, I think that would be Percy Jackson. The movie Percy Jackson, because
Of course, I know that. Yes.
I've been a fan of Percy Jackson ever since it got released, even the book as well.
Percy Jackson. Yeah. All right. Sige, I can remember. Parang mga gargoyles and monsters and everything. Eugenes.
Um, I would I would probably be Kobe. Kobe,
Why?
because
Because he's your
Kobe
idol.
Bryant. Yeah, yeah, I like his mentality, the Mamba mentality.
Oh, okay. Because I thought your answer would be I would still have the same name, but I would remove the S in my Eugenes so that I'll
No,
be called plain Eugene and not Eugenes.
or or I could change it again to Cadbury or chocolate.
Oh my God. Because somebody said snuggle buddy, then somebody would say Cadbury. My God. Aaron, what's your answer to this one?
It's a very strange question, but I'll answer it. Well, I would change my name to Jeff Lang and Kuya Jeff because talaga he's my
Really?
yeah
Really?
yeah. I remember he joined the same contest as me.
And yeah, and he represented us in Manhunt.
Yeah, and I just really look up to him. Like I kind of idolize him that he's like half Filipino like me, and I want to like kind of follow in his footsteps and travel the world, representing our heritage and being half Filipino, of course, half Kiwi, traveling the world and getting us Filipinos out there because I know that there's not many male Filipinos traveling the world modeling. So I want to be just like him, Queer Jeff.
All right. Okay, next question. My God, we're going around again with Rob. Rob, describe to me the perfect road trip for you.
The perfect road trip. Um, I guess I would like to explore more of Boracay because I was there for about 5 days. So I think my road trip would take place there, kind of exploring all of the border of that, going around, and I guess just with some of my best friends and maybe even a special someone as well. I would really like that.
But you'll be walking mostly and not driving around if you
I
do
love
that in
walking too.
Boracay.
I love walking as well. So I would definitely, it would kind of be more like a hybrid of some driving and like hiking, I would say, and definitely swimming.
Okay.
Swimming, for sure.
Of course, of course. Justin, how about you? What would be the perfect road trip for you?
For me, will be of course the company, my family or friends, but more in like the beach or mountain or just like something relaxed, not in like city center where it's like sometimes gonna so crowded and then it gets messy sometimes. So I'm more in a relaxed person type.
No
Um,
specific destination?
Maybe Boracay would be one. Boracay, Palawan, Bohol, those lovely islands. But of course with good food. Good food always.
Eugene's, how about you?
For me, midnight road trips, old songs,
Going
and
where?
going nowhere. Just that's the adventure of it. Just finding new
Midnight
places.
road trips going nowhere.
Yeah, that's exciting for me.
So
wondering.
what if there's no more gas in the vehicle and no gasoline station is in sight?
Then whoever's with me will have to stay in the car till morning.
Oh, okay. All right. So when's the schedule of that, Eugene? I'll pencil already in my schedule whenever that will be, so that I'll be the one to accompany you in that
Yeah,
perfect road trip.
just let me know, Tito Norman, if
I
you're
will always let you
in
know for
Oriental.
sure. Yes. Aaron, how about you? Because New Zealand is like a place where it's a wonderful place actually.
Yeah,
What would be your perfect road trip?
yeah, it is beautiful back home, but personally, I've actually thought about this before, and one day when my I guess my modeling career ends, and hopefully I saved up quite a bit of money, I want to move to Europe and then build a camper van, like a van, like have like a bed and stuff, put all my clothes in there, travel the whole of Europe with a special someone, or even my little brother, because we're super close. Travel the whole of Europe, like Spain, England, I guess France, take pictures everywhere, and just experience life out there. Because uh, I reckon that'll be such a sick time, mate.
All
So
right. So it's going to be like
like a camp.
traveling with bro,
Yeah.
with beer and everything. Yeah. All
Always.
right. So we're down to our final part of the episode where you will be giving your parting words to all our viewers, like uh, whatever that you want to share with them, if you want to promote something, or if you want to say thanks to specific people who may have helped you here in whatever you're doing in your pageant, past pageant, or future ones. This will be that time. But now we will reverse it. We won't start with Robert now. We will reverse it. Yes, Eugenes, you go ahead. You start first with the parting words.
All right. Thank you all for viewing. Thank you for supporting us. Special thanks to Tito Norman Tino for having me here, and for my family. Shout outs to my friends, and please check out my page. Just type Eugene's Ivan. Help me grow. Thank you.
And we will see you in 2021, of course.
Yes,
Yes, with no whitening thingy. You will maintain that color.
I will.
Yes, okay. Aaron,
Okay, for me,
parting words.
I just want to thank everyone for watching, taking the time out of your busy schedules to watch us, support us, and I hope that you guys continue supporting us in our future contests, male pageantry, and yeah, we just hope to make you guys proud in the future. Thanks.
And do you have any, do you want people to tell people about your social media, your IG or Facebook so they can follow you,
Um, if you
Aaron?
guys, if you guys want to follow me, I have an Instagram page. It's just at Aaron Bo Davis, and yeah, I usually reply to everyone if you guys DM me. So yeah, if you want to follow me, just check me out there.
All right. Thank you for that, Aaron. Rob, okay. How about you, Rob? Your parting words. I want to hear a very lengthy parting statement from you.
Oh, very lengthy. Oh,
And you know me, I like pressuring people. Yes.
okay. So I just wanted to say thank you all so much for watching. And thank you so much, Tito Norman, for allowing me to be on the show with you guys. I really had a good time, had a lot of fun. And, as we're adjusting to the new social norms, I just wanted to also say just be safe out there. And we can still have fun as long as we're being safe. As far as that goes, just thank you all so much. Maraming salamat. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Robert Hamilton _official.
Have I followed you there, Robert? I think so. Yes.
I think, oh, definitely on Facebook. We're definitely Facebook friends, but I don't know about
No, 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 no. I followed you already. My
Oh,
God, you're not checking on your followers, Robert. All right, Justin, your parting words. I need you to Well, start with your parting words. Thank the people who have helped you so far with Mr. and Miss Chinatown and gather the support for the competition on October 16th. Go, Justin.
Yes. So first of all, Tito Norman, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. And then for those who's watching on a Sunday evening, it's almost dinner time. Thank you so much for taking time. And for all the Taclobanons who's continuously supporting me throughout this first journey of mine, thank you so much. And please keep on staying tuned with Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines for more challenges to come. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, that would be Justin Yap or at Justin.yap114. And for Facebook, that would be Justin Philip Yap as well. And stay tuned for Mr. and Miss Chinatown for more updates. Coronation Night will be on October 16th.
And Canada Taclobanans expect something wonderful on October 16th. I'm
And I
not
hope,
pressuring you, Justin. I'm not pressuring you. You know me,
um,
I just love pushing people to the edge.
yes,
Yeah.
Tito, of course, I'm aiming for the crown. I want a glimpse of good hope for all Taclobanos despite on what's happening right now. So
Yes. We love the
further,
Taclobanons, of course.
thank
Yes. And of course, going back to Rob again, you're turning 30 next year. You know what that means. Yeah, time is ticking.
Yeah,
When
time.
and Aaron is only 22. My God, he's so young. He's still has so many years ahead of you.
Got a whole
But
life ahead.
yeah, and Eugene's. When's that midnight road trip again?
Just let me know when you're in Oriental, Tito Norman.
Well, yeah, because I need to ride the ferry going to Oriental coming from the Batangas Pier. So
Yeah.
medyo effort yun. But I always make an effort if it's
Mm-hmm.
a midnight road trip. It's an effort, but an effort worth risking for. So, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon. I'm I'm sad that yung fifth guest natin, si Michael Kumaling, um, could not make habol to us because his swimming competition was reset for today and he was trying his best to catch up with us. But it seems that there's also an awarding ceremony that's happening right now, so that prevents him from joining us in the discussion. But I'm so glad that we were able to stay in a very exciting discussion this afternoon with guys who sing and who can be forced to sing if need be, and then give me cute answers, and then project so cute in this. Um, ang daming pahabol mo talaga, Justin. This crown is yours for sure. Ang dami mong mga fans, Justin. Naluloka ako. Ha? Yeah. And natutuwa lang ako because the four of you represent four different faces of the Filipinos in pageantry. Eugenes, who is talaga kayo maging Pinoy na Pinoy na talaga namang kamahal-mahal ang dating because his color is really very exotic. Justine, Filipino Chinese, and trying to create history for Tacloban by hopefully winning the first Mr. Chinatown Philippines crown for Tacloban. There's Aaron, who represented us before in Best Model of the World, but who will hopefully return next year to conquer another world, perhaps. And there is, of course, Rob, who will show us the world next year on a carpet ride and probably be on that road to Manhunt, Philippines, because I can see you there. So, thank you for everyone who joined us this afternoon. I'll see you again next Sunday. Next Sunday, we're back to regular programming because all our guests will be ladies. Back to the things that I normally do because an all male guest lineup only happens once every season. And that is that episode for this season. Last season one, that all male guest lineup happened when I guested all the national title holders in male pageantry. And now I have guested this afternoon all the future national title holders in pageantry.
Wow.
Oh my God, am I speaking to prophetic? It's so prophetic. Future title holders, because I'm like that. When I support someone, I so really, really support them. Thank you so much for joining us, and of course, there's Rob, who will show us the world next year again. Because I always remember Atlanta, Georgia, and Donald Glover and everything like that. So next week, our guests will be more phenomenal women of Miss Universe Philippines. But keep an eye for the theme that we have next week, because I try to change the themes every week to encourage people to look forward to what's going to happen in the next episode. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Stay safe, keep yourself strong, take your vitamins. Always make sure that you think positive about everything, because life is too short. Be happy. The pandemic is not there forever, but we are here forever for you. Wait, am I getting a message or something? No, okay. All right. Thank you very. My God, I must be imagining things. I'm just. Thank you so much for. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Rob. Thank you,
Thank
Eugene,
you.
and thank you, Justin.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. See you again next week. Bye bye, and let's give everyone a big flying kiss, guys. Flying kiss to all our viewers. Mwah. Mwah. Tanggal ang headset ko. Mwah. Okay. Bye-bye. See you soon. Huwag mo na kayo lalabas.